Jim Nichols has been the program director for Nevada LTAP Center for the past 4 years at Truckee Meadows Community College. Prior to that, he was a faculty member at the college and developed a 2-year curriculum for construction practitioners and a curriculum for geothermal power plant operators. He was founder and CEO of Nichols Consulting Engineers and was principal investigator for the western region of the long-term pavement performance project. He holds a degree in geology, zoology, and engineering, and is a registered engineer in Nevada and California. Welcome, Jim.
Thank you, Pablo. Well, good afternoon. I'm Jim Nichols, as advertised, and I want to talk to you a little bit about what we do in pavement preservation and teaching pavement preservation, and a little bit about Nevada. Let's see if we're tracking here. Okay, the Nevada LTAP, it's located at Truckee Meadows Community College in Reno, Nevada. I think we're the only community college-based LTAP center in the country. We have 2.5 FTEs, and we're funded again equally by FHWA and NDOT. So let's talk a little bit about Nevada itself. We're ranked 7th in size, largest state with about 111,000 square miles in area. Over 85% of it is owned by the federal government, so we have 15% to mess with. We are ranked 35th in population, however, with over nearly 3 million people. So we are an urban state, believe it or not. 80% of those 3 million people live in Clark County, which is Las Vegas, and Reno, which is about 400,000 in Reno. Other towns like Carson City, Elko, Ely, Winnemucca, Tonopah, and Mesquite comprise the other population centers, and they rarely have any more than 10,000 people in each one of them. So we're really spread out. Here's a map. You can see here's Reno and Las Vegas. That's about an 8-hour drive, so it's about 400 miles. Carson City is the capital. And then you've got these little towns sprinkled out all over the state. Here's Winnemucca, Elko, Ely, Tonopah, Mesquite. So we have a long way to go to put on these different courses. So this is one of the teaching challenges, and well, let's get into that a little bit right now. Well, the challenges can be summed up to 3: geography, budgets, and personnel. And so if we drill down in these a little bit, we'll talk about the geography aspects. As you can see, we have long distances between cities and towns. You have to it becomes really difficult to put an instructor on the road to teach a course 3 times in towns which are 3 or 4 hours driving distance from each other. The scheduling and the cost challenges are not insurmountable, but they become a little bit vexing, I guess you might say. From a weather standpoint, the conditions can be quite severe. We have temperatures range from sub-zero in the winter to plus 100 in the summer, and diurnal changes of 50 degrees in some areas. We have 300 days plus of sunshine, and the altitude averaging 3,000 feet. You get a lot of damage due to UV and the pavements, and it can be significant. Finally, because of the remoteness of these areas, there's limited access to the internet, and so most of our courses have to be taught as regular classroom courses or as video conferencing, and most of them are face-to-face regular classes. On the budget side, well, Nevada governments still have budget woes. We haven't quite come out of the what is it, a recession, not a depression. And our local agencies can't raise taxes without consent of the state legislature. So it takes a lot of time to get some of these local revenues down to the local. There's intense pressure to maintain the infrastructure because you have the infrastructure failing. You have it growing also because of a networks expanding. So there's more to say grace over now. So, and there's intense training budgets which are limited to non-existent, really. Training budgets, if they don't want to send workers out of town, they're too far to go for they have to pay for, the local agencies have to pay for transportation and usually an overnight stay. So it's just not a priority. Because the final area, the final challenge is personnel. The ability to hire and retain qualified people is critical. Generally, entry-level workers in the field do not come into the job with technical skills suitable for the work required. Skills such as math and algebra, surveying, knowledge of paving materials, specification reading and interpretation are all needed for advancement and being productive team members. There's a constant turnover of employees due to retirements and other just moving on to a better situation. So training has to include teaching basics to new employees and existing employees. Existing employees must learn new stuff because things are just continually changing and employees have to keep up. So enough with the whining, okay? What are we going to do about this? Well, in Nevada, we've broken it down into 3 areas. One is what are the tools in the toolbox for pavement preservation and other areas. Which tools in the toolbox are we going to use? And then finally, what are the expected results? So we look at these through the 3 areas required by the LTAPs, and that's workforce development, technology, and safety. So if we talk about each one of these, we'll talk about technology a little bit. We teach about 6 to 10 courses which apply to preservation. We have all about pavement materials. That's sort of an entry-level course. Asphalt binder technology, low-volume road pavement treatments, identifying and treating pavement distress, which we're teaching this next week, asphalt paving technology, teach courses in seal coats, and then we have a course in surface treatments with complete streets following onto it. So that's a large issue, especially in northern Nevada. The courses are taught by national technical and practical experts in the field, so we bring in folks from all over, bringing people from New Hampshire even. So they have years of experience, and they've been pretty well received by students. So knowing how to place these treatments is one thing. However, safety in the workplace is critical because of not only the workers but the traveling public itself. We offer courses in work zone safety, workplace safety, work zone traffic control, flagger training, summer survival, winter survival, and a course we developed called Roadside Hazards and Airborne Pathogens at the recommendation of NDOT. They have their workers out on the roads and they run across meth labs and all sorts of strange things. So this has been a well-received course. Nevada has, like most states, a zero fatalities campaign. which is a goal of 0 fatalities this year. Unfortunately, we won't make it. However, the goal is admirable, so we're just going to keep trying on it to see what we can do. Finally, we come to the third leg of training, and that's workforce development. The National Science Foundation, under its Advanced Technological Education Division, has sponsored research on critical skill sets required by the U.S. business and industry employers. These skills are applicable to the technical workforce, not having engineering degrees, and are divided into technical skills and employability skills. Technical skills are those which apply to the technical aspects of the job. Skills like math, science, computers, quality assurance, data collection, plans, PS&Es, those technical skills that need to get the job done. Employability skills are those which are needed by an individual to make them employable. Skills such as communication, interpersonal relations, problem solving, using initiative and self-motivation, working under pressure, and teamwork, just to name a few. At the Nevada LTAP, we teach courses in leadership techniques, effective communications, construction management for rural projects, tort liability and risk management. We brought in Ron Eck to teach that from West Virginia, and he tried to change the name of the course to how do you keep your rear end out of jail. So we had more people at that one. And then we teach a course in practical math. So, the last area of training that we have at Nevada LTAP would be technology transfer. We're looking at promoting demonstration projects among the local agencies. So when agencies are using new technology or materials or products, we're asking the agencies to invite other agencies to a show and tell for this new product. LTAP will provide the amenities and the scheduling, and we'll advertise the event. We believe this is one way to create opportunities for idea sharing. We were hoping that we could, if Elko is putting down a new type of seal coat, we would invite all the towns in the west or eastern Nevada to be able to come around and share in this idea of technology transfer. And I've learned a lot just in this meeting for other tech transfer opportunities. Nevada LTAP has been charged by the National LTAP to investigate asset management schools. And obviously the largest asset management is the Pavement network. And pavement preservation, as we've all learned, is the key to this whole thing. We're members of the STIC, the State Transportation and Innovation Committee. And it sounds like after the lecture or the presentations yesterday, we're going to be in the thick of things as far as the STIC is concerned. So Nevada stands ready for that, and we'll participate. So, in summary, we believe in multifaceted training. We need to train in technology, safety, and workforce development using courses and technology transfer. Roadway workers should have the technical skills and the employability skills to be effective on the job. Lifelong learning is critical. Since new technology and materials are constantly in the pipeline, workers must stay current. And the Nevada LTAP job is clear. We want to train roadway workers in technologies to build and maintain roadways and give them the general skills necessary for success at all employment levels in transportation. Finally, I'd like to steal one slide from Larry Galehouse, and it's this one, the framework for success. It's the right treatment on the right road at the right time by the right people, and we're in the right people business. because if you don't have the bottom one, you don't get the top three. Thank you.
Any question for Jim? Any question? Well, thank you so much for all your speakers.